Greetings. Greetings, and I honor all benevolent, just, fair, neutral, decent beings, cosmos, and this multiverse, universe, simulation, whatever you want to call it in this situation. I honor all beings that are vibrating and choosing and operating such, okay? May you be well. And if you're not well, may you be well on your way to being well. All right, I'm not going to talk about power couples from a place that you all may think. The reason why I want to talk about it is those of you out there that you know that you are on some kind of you went down some kind of rabbit hole. You realize life is not what you thought it was, and it's not just about a midlife crisis. It's not just about some hormonal imbalance. It's not just about some so-called labeled mental illness. You've come to know and accept and realize that nothing and absolutely nothing is really quite as you have ever thought it were to be. And you finally get to the place of accepting and gave yourself permission to explore, okay, and question everything. As beings that are on some kind of not ascension, I don't even call it that anymore, because I do agree that sometimes a lot of this stuff that we're sold has been commercialized, has just been essentially another trap. You all have heard me joke around and say that oftentimes spirituality is just religion out of another hole. And I believe that about all systemic systems of belief that puts you in any kind of obligatory, fear, ego based, externalized stuff. Okay. Um, but I'm digressing. Whoever you all are out there, you get it. And the reason why Power Couple is coming out is because the traps, what I'm going to actually talk about is the misconception, the myth, and the entrapment of really holding to some kind of notion and idea about one day being a power couple. And you know what brought this on? I had a memory come to me back when I was dating. This is like 2011, 12-ish, maybe, like a trillion years ago, Avi. Okay. But at this time, I'm not going to get into all of the very details here, but at the time, I dated this guy. I met a guy on, I believe that we met on, yeah, I don't even know if it still exists. We met on Black People Meet. We met on blackpeoplemeet.com. And yeah, that's how we met. Anyway, and he, I know you all probably don't believe it, because you know how people be always trying to like name drop, and people be trying to like, y'all get it, act like they wooty woo. But okay, here's the truth. He is a CIA agent. That's the truth. Okay, it's something that I looked into. It's something that he showed me. It's something. So it wasn't like we dated for a while. Okay, and it's the truth. Okay, hell, shit. I'm getting off track. His ass. I don't know. I'm questioning everything, just like you all are. I'm like, okay, oh, since we did meet online, maybe they ass sent his ass for my black ass. You know what I'm saying? Even back then, I'm just kidding. But kind of not. Anyway, to the topic. The reason why I'm even bringing that up, this ain't about talking about conspiracies, MK Ultra, MK Naomi, blah, 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 blah. That's not what this video is. Okay, another day, another time. I'm already getting sick of it. It is what it is. And now I'm going to throw him a few curveballs. But again, back to the topic. when he and I started dating and we, decided, we went on a couple dates and then we decided to like be in a committed relationship. And I was finishing, or I was in dental assisting school, I believe, at the time, and wrapping it up. I think I was towards the end of it, like graduating, something like that. And I was trying to find work, or maybe it was before that. Y'all bear with me because this was a very long time and I'm trying to get to a goal and I'm trying to get to the point. Anyway, for whatever reason he and I was talking about, I was trying to find another job or a job while in school or something like that, trying to get some income. And so we would talk every day, of course, and share our day and blah, blah, blah. And I had mentioned about a job opportunity or an interview or something like that, um, that I was going to go to as a part of our, daily conversation, whatever, brought it up. And it sounded exciting, and it was to be like a legal assistant or something like that. And I remember this thought came to my mind today. I remember him talking about him and me being some kind of power couple. Okay, me in the legal system as a legal assistant or paralegal or something like that, and then him being CIA. Now, on the surface, all of this sounds right. Hashtag couple goals, hashtag relationship goals, hashtag power couple. But what I'm starting to realize about life is a lot of this stuff is setting up for failure, entrapment, and disappointment, and why it's challenging. It can become challenging, especially those of us that are on this side of the path. This perfection, wanting relationships to be like social media reels, quotes, statements, and pictures and sayings. And then people being mad. Listen, we're all guilty of this. This is why I'm talking about it. Because it starts to create this seed, even if it's unspoken, it creates a subtle seed of I'm dissatisfied. This is not what I want. I can do better. Maybe it's not a good fit. Now, when all of these situations, don't get me wrong, there's a process that we use to determine if something's working for us. What I am talking about, though, specifically is this whole scripting, this whole thing we get addicted to, even seeing power couples in media. Okay, beautiful couples, at least so we think, and I have to shit. I don't know, people be mad. I'm like, why? Why be mad at that? Because why? Why have a problem with that? Not everything is quite as it seems. It never is. But the problem with looking at stuff like this, you're drinking your coffee, your tea, your gin and juice, and you're scrolling. And you see all of these people that, don't they look so pretty? And they're so pretty. Don't they look so happy? And listen, I'm not hating on these people. I don't know these videos on rando shit. So that ain't this video. But I'm giving images of what we deal with in life, in the information age, the social media age, all of those things, right? Look at, oh, ain't they so pretty? Don't they look so pretty? Hold on one second. Give me one, y'all. Gotta check and see what's. Oh, he's looking at the TV. Hold on. Okay. All right, so back to what I was saying. So we're looking at this stuff, right? And I love them. Miss him being in office, boy, I tell you what. It's a reason why I'm just showing these random pictures, and they're beautiful. You know, some people famous, some not. They're just rando. I just chose rando pictures for those of you who are wondering. This was not selected by, oh, I want this person, that person. It wasn't like that. Okay, but I'm talking about how we get caught up, and when our lives and situations does not reflect what we're seeing in the social media reels, we start to scrutinize, analyze, nitpick to death our own lives and own relationships because it's not looking like the hashtag relationship goals social media posts. We see people smiling, look like they're a perfect fit, look like they just get each other. We don't know what the hell. We don't know. We don't know. As it pertains to those of us that are on ascension path, let me stop that. I said I don't use that word. I'm going to say evolution, enlightenment, not the BS, okay? Not the other alternate trap designed to harvest your money, your illusion, everything else. Not that. The challenges that are faced by any couple or two people coming together, but the challenges that are faced by those that are on that type of a path is monumental. The opposition, because when you're talking about couples now from the side of somebody that is possibly on an enlightenment path, hold on one second, guys. So again, as I was trying to say here, when you're dealing with couples or two people that's coming together in a non-karmic way, two people that like I said, are on some kind of evolutionary transcendence of the BS. These types of couples have regular hashtag couples challenges as anyone else naturally would, okay? Then they also have, this is the bigger, the macro side of it, to where there's going to be severe opposition for that. Okay, and if one or the other of them are looking at all this stuff in the wrong way, then can you see how it would make it appear like, okay, well, maybe we're not a right fit, and maybe this, and maybe that, or maybe he's coming, maybe she. Well, not so much. It's designed. It was supposed to be anyway. It's designed that way. But see, the awareness. Now, a part of why I'm sharing this is because, okay, there you go, the awareness. their awareness is 50%. So that gives them an edge to work through all those things. So wrapping it up, at the end of the day, the trap of falling for, what we see in social media, power couples, this and that, and thus and thou, and all that. Nothing is ever quite as it seems. We have no idea. None of us do. Okay. And then it's unfair to the couples. Okay. Because life, okay, life, realness, humanness, on top of, on top, on top of those that are on in transcendence. Give grace here, because there's a lot of other energy that's involved with trying to make sure enlightened beings, especially in the realm of couples or partnerships like that, okay, to ever really truly be able to come together. And that's possibly because, well, I'll get into all that on another video. But do away with this whole idea. Ain't nothing perfect. Anybody could pose good PR, baby. Okay? All of us, I said any of us, pictures, victory reels, but life, you and I, no one, and I mean no one, knows. And maybe we'll start to change our hashtag, couple goals. Love y'all. Gotta go. Namaste. Okay, he didn't do